Hello, Sean from Section.io here with part 2 of our Kibana demo. In this demo, I will show you how to use HTTP logs in Kibana to examine details about specific requests as it passes through our platform. When a HTTP request is made to our platform, a unique Section.io ID is created and set as a request header and sent from the edge proxy through any intermediate proxies all the way to the origin from the last proxy. This ID is then sent to the browser as a response header. Here I've got a Chrome window with DevTools running. Go to the network, click on the request of interest and examine the response headers. You will see a Section.io ID header with that unique parameter. You can copy and paste a Section.io ID into Kibana and it will bring up any associated logs with that request. Here, I'm using a Section.io ID of a JavaScript request made to our Bootcamp application. Paste the ID into the text search box and then hit enter. If the search does not return any results, check your time picker range to make sure it is correct, or if it's a new request you've just made, please allow a couple of minutes for the logging system to catch up. Next, I'm going to add the _type field as a column so I can easily tell what type of log I'm examining. I'm also going to add the status field as well as the time taken field to the columns. This is a quick way to examine the request and obtain some basic information. You can see there are 5 logs associated with this request. As mentioned in part 1 of the Kibana demo, we generate 1 or more logs for every proxy in the stack. If you require a reminder on what proxies are in the stack for your application and the order that the request progresses through that stack, you can always go to the overview screen of your application for a quick reference. Here we have the overview page for our Bootcamp application. We have the edge proxy, Varnish, mod security, and then origin proxy, also known as last proxy. We know that the request goes to the edge proxy first, which uses the log type edge access log. This is where you'll be able to find details of the connecting browser, in this case Chrome for Mac OS X. I can see the IP address of the browser and from GeoIP information that the request came from Australia. This can be quite handy if you think your site is under attack and can use information from the edge access log to determine if a request is malicious, perhaps due to the region where it came from or the user agent. Next in our stack is Varnish with log type Varnish NCSA log. This is where you'll see the cache handling. We can tell by this log that the requested asset was a cache miss. If this was a cache hit, there will be no subsequent associated logs with this request because Varnish would have responded to the edge and the edge proxy would have responded to the browser. But because in this instance the request was a cache miss, the cache has to make a request for this asset from the upstream proxy. The upstream proxy in this instance is mod security, which is a WAF proxy. Section.io offers several WAF products. For the purpose of our demo, I won't go into too much details about the WAF. We just need to know that it generated 2 logs, the request was allowed by the WAF rules, and the request was made to the next proxy in the stack. The origin proxy logs uses the type last proxy access log. This is where you'll find details of the request that was made to the origin. You can see origin IP and port, response time, and much more. You can also filter by the Section.io ID field. So if you see a log entry of interest, you can click the plus magnifying glass icon to see other logs that share that ID. So by using the Section.io ID to search the logs, we can see the platform's behavior for each proxy in the stack for this one request. This is an important tool when issues arise to allow you to quickly diagnose and fix the problem. If you have any further questions on how to use Kibana or any other parts of the Section.io platform, please go to community.section.io and post your question. Thank you for watching.